Hi, this is Chris. Today I'm working on my 52 Flags challenge for February. I'm going to share the flags that I've made and then show you how I'm making them into a book. So this is a page in the book. So week 5 was trapping objects, and this is what I made. And right here I have some tapestry fabric in the background. I have it on sheeting. I'm putting all my flags on sheeting and then coffee dyeing or tea dyeing them so they stand out against the white page. I have here a rusty nail that I picked up somewhere on one of my trips into the mountains. Here is some moss from at Lake Tahoe. Here is a piece of bark from a tree in my yard. It's a ponderosa pine. And here's a piece of slate that I picked up on the island of Fano in Denmark a long time ago. So they're from a variety of places. And that will go here on the page. And week number 6 was a Trapunto heart. So here's my Trapunto heart. This is some kind of maybe upholstery fabric. I'm not sure. I ordered a bundle of fabric scraps on Etsy, and I ordered it especially because it had some tapestry and fabrics of a heavier kind than what I have in my stash, which my stash isn't very big. So I did a running stitch around the edge with seed stitch, and then split the back and stuffed it, and then sewed it up. And I did this on a hoop. So that's week number 6. And then week number 7 was fabric manipulation. And this is what I did. I really wanted this fabric because of the gradation of colors, but I didn't have a very long piece, so a lot of the threads are showing. It's not bunched up close together, but I kind of like that look of the threads showing there. It shows the construction, and it gives it a vertical direction. It can still be manipulated. This was done on a piece of cotton fabric and then sewn on a piece of sheeting. You see where I sewed my threads. After I sewed the base on, then I started my threads here and gathered them down. I used a 100% silk thread to try it out. I purchased, just to try them out, I purchased some silk thread and some 100% cotton thread. They can be a little bit different to work with. So that's week number 7. Week number 8 was meandering satin stitch. This is my meandering satin stitch. I didn't have any felt, any wool felt. I had some synthetic felt, but it was very thin, and I didn't think it would really work. And the craft stores, I'd have to go up to the next town to go to any craft stores, and I don't think they have wool felt. And I didn't think I could order any online on time. So I went looking around the house and I found this blanket. It's a wool blanket. It's woven. I can't remember the name of this particular weave. It's like a chevron weave, but the blanket is so old that it has naturally become felted. I remember this blanket from when I was a kid. And this is the binding on the side of the blanket, and the blanket was already ripped at the bottom where someone had taken off maybe a satin binding or something, so I just cut this out of the corner of it. And then I knew that this kind of stitching was going to use up a lot of thread, and the only threads I had a lot of were these 3 colors. I ordered some perle cotton. I ordered a set of different colors of perle cotton, but they've been back ordered or delayed or something. So I just went with these colors, and I did them separately and then added this to the sheeting background. So what I will do is sew these onto the page, and I'll sew them around. And I have little cards here that I've made for each one. So this will be week 5, and this will go here. And this is week 6, and that'll go in there. And this is week 7, and that will fit in there. I'll have to cut the corners off so that it will fit. And this is week 8, and this will go in here. So those were my flags for February. And these will go on the back of my flags for January. So these aren't attached, so I'll just take these off. And this will go like this, and each page will be folded and then stacked, and then I will do a bookbinding stitch on each one of these folds. And then I'm thinking, I still haven't decided yet, I'm thinking of putting a thin piece of cotton batting between the two and quilting the pages. And then each page is like a sampler. Here's a running stitch, and here's a back stitch. And that's how they will go, like that. And I've made it so that the pointed one here matches the pointed one here, and the square one here matches the square one on this side, etc. So that's my 52 flags for February. I'm also working on Ann Brooks' 52 Tags Roulette, which I think is a cute concept, a good idea. And so we've already done January and February, and she chooses at random the prompts from last year's challenge. The prompts for January were number 23, floral, number 52, macrame, and number 1, white on white. The prompts for February were number 40, yummy. So I put this trim, this sort of a yarn, type of chenille yarn on there. I couch that on. And number 16, seed stitch. I have seed stitch going up through the background here. And then number 44, cross stitch. So I have a little cross stitch in here. There's already a type of cross stitch on the old quilt. This is a very old hand-stitched quilt that I purchased in a bundle of vintage quilt pieces from somebody on Etsy. And the whole thing, although I just got a couple pieces of it, was all pieced and hand-stitched. And that's the 52 Tags Roulette, which is fun. I'm working on quite a small piece, so we'll see by the end of the year if I am able to get everything on there. That's why I didn't do a whole lot of this cross stitch or seed stitch. And that's my stitchery for the month. And I enjoy going on YouTube and seeing what everyone else is doing. If you're doing this, put that down in the comments. And I'll check out if you have a YouTube video on the ones that you're doing. I'll check them out. Thanks for watching and have a great day stitching. Bye-bye.